Hi everybody, this is Susie and welcome to another Wild Bunch video on behalf of Wild Orchid Crafts. I have something to show you today. I've been trying to get this video together and finally did. I made this really cute little rustic fall type of basket themed for the fall, and I wanted to share that with you today, so I'm just going to set this up if you don't mind holding on while I just get the camera ready here. I posted this on Facebook. Photos are also on my blog, and I just wanted to share it with you live here on Facebook. So there it is. This is such a cute little basket in person. I don't know how it looks on the video, but it's really a cute basket in person. Just want to make sure I'm in picture here. Okay, here we go. Now, of course, I use the Wild Orchid Crafts Beautifulness that I love so much. And if you'll just excuse me for 1 second, I'm never ready, as you all know that. Okay. Alrighty then. Now, the base of this basket, I don't know, I was looking to do a little something different because I had gotten these candles in the mail that I bought from QVC. I think it was like 5 of them for $19.95, and they're pretty small. They're 3 inches tall, but they were just enough to fit in a basket separately on their own. So that was my focal point. This basket right here at the bottom is really not very large at all. In fact, I'll put a ruler there so you can see it. I would say from end to end it's about 7.5 inches or so. That little tin basket I got at Target about a year ago. I bought a few of them, and I just happened to bang into that one and say, oh, this is cute, let me play with this. So what I did was, the base of the basket on the inside, if you can see that, I lined it with some burlap. And I used the hot glue gun, of course, to have the burlap stick down to the bottom and all around the edges, kind of flapped over. And don't be afraid. If you want to try this, just go for it. You don't have to be an artist, crafty, and say you can't do it in the tutorial and all. This is really basically just go and sit down and do it. It was a lot of fun. I liked it because I had nothing pictured in mind. I just kept going. And what I did was, I'm just going to go from end to end here. I used some of this moss that I had purchased from Michael's craft store, and if you remember 2 videos back, I had made those little recycled coasters into, it was a tutorial, into refrigerator magnets, and I had some left over, so I put some of that right in over here just to give it a little push up for the bird to stand on. And I said, okay, now how am I going to position these flowers? Should I put them inside? Should I just put them in the corner? So what I did was I just glued them all around the edges on top of the burlap, and I held the flower down very tightly with an object so that it would stick well to the tin and to the burlap. And I just kept going around, and in between you'll see, like, here are some of the flat daisies from Wild Orchid Crafts. The trellis rose is just beautiful in this grape color, and the combinations that were used are basically, for me, these are fall colors because they are vibrant but they're not bright. I have rust going on, I have chocolate brown, I have like the taupes in there, I have some of the grape and the pale yellow just to break it up, and I also have some burgundy, which are the really small flowers, and hoping you can see that. I'm actually going to turn my studio light on here, maybe it'll give us a little bit more where you can see. Okay, if you can see that, these little tiny rose buds that are very small, probably like 5/8 of an inch. And then I have these little balls here that I purchased from Michael's. They actually, they come on a frame, a little stick. They look like that. And I like playing with those around holiday time when I'm making things because they make really nice fillers. And just backing away from that for a moment, what I had used that I had also gotten from the craft store, which you don't have to buy these at a craft store if you have some wine corks on your own, you can certainly save them and, you know, fill up half a basket of that and put some flowers in and just get crazy with your ideas. And going around here, it's just like repeating the same flowers over again. The green rose is just beautiful with some of the peach-colored ones all staying in the family range of that rustic kind of color. And I do have some of the Wild Orchid Craft sunflowers in there as well. Now, you'll also notice that there's this little peacock guy over here that I had gotten in a dollar store a while ago, and I found it in one of my drawers. So I decided to use that. And I'm just going to take this candle out over here just to show you. Okay. I've also designed the candle as well with some seam binding from Wild Orchid Crafts. It's kind of, I'm hoping that you can see that. It's kind of like a burgundy brown color with some of the roses that are in more like a brown color. Everything, all the item numbers and colors will be listed in the drop down box below, so that if you'd like to try and get some of these for a project on your own, you'll have everything that you need, even the website address, which is wildorchidcrafts.com. And with this one, I just basically tied it around the candle in case, you know, when the season changes and I want to put this away for next year, I can still use the candle for another project, not by gluing it up and then I want to change the color. And so getting back into the basket, as you can see towards the back of the basket, there's the same flowers that are going on that I have going on over here in the front. They're going on in a different direction towards the other way. And if you see ever so slightly, there's a little tiny pumpkin in there. I actually made that. It's not the greatest looking, but for it to lay on its side, it certainly looks very cute. It's nothing that's very huge and super crafty, but I used strips of paper that I cut with my paper cutter and some orange Martha Stewart sparkles, a leaf that I had floating around in my drawer from the bottom of a flower, and one of those little styrofoam very small balls, and I just kept wrapping it around with hot glue until it got to something that looked like a pumpkin, because I didn't have any more of the plastic ones that I had from last year, and I really didn't need to go ahead and buy a big basket of pumpkins just for one little thing. So, yeah, and then I just decided, well, I'm going to put this little peacock over here is on a wire, so I just stuck that in there, and I put the candle in the center. And I actually have this sitting on my TV stand, and it looks really pretty at night. It kind of goes on around 7, and the candle goes out around midnight. And just to also share with you, what I did was here for the handle, because this doesn't come with a handle. It just has handles on both sides. And I used some floral wire, which comes already wrapped in like a green, almost like a green fabric. And this was ribbon that I received from a friend of mine. She actually sent me a Harry and David basket, and that was the beautiful ribbon that was wrapped around the basket. So I was going to save it for something, and just as I was saving it, I said, oh, I know, let me use it for this. And I have a beautiful little charm there, and that's from my friend Lorraine. Hi Lorraine, thank you so much. And she also sent me this charm as well. Lorraine is, I think her handle is Black Kitten 2 or Black Kitten here on Facebook. Thanks so much, Lorraine. She's so thoughtful. And that's really it on the basket. It's not a very complicated thing to make. Of course, the Wild Orchid Craft flowers brings a lot of beauty into the project. And just imagine for $1 on the bottom and you don't have to use that basket. You can get a small wicker basket, a basket that you might have had, or you can certainly get these baskets at Michael's Craft Store. A little bit of, you know, the burlap that kind of looks like that. A little bit of that, glue it down, some Wild Orchid Crafts beautiful flowers, a candle or any kind of object that you want in the middle, maybe a small statue of some kind, some of the really pretty garden look with the moss, and some very nice wine corks. You can certainly make yourself a very cute little corner piece for a table, or if you're visiting a friend or having lunch with someone, or go visit someone that's not feeling well, you can certainly bring this adorable little basket to them, and I'm sure they would absolutely love it. So again, the color schemes that I use here, which hopefully you can see clearly now that I have that light on, I went with the rust color flowers, which are very beautiful here, and this really pretty grape color. Those are the trellis roses, absolutely beautiful cottage roses, and the browns and the taupes and the peach, and these green flowers, these little tiny 5/8 of an inch roses in burgundy, and again in the drop down box below here will be all of the names of the flowers along with their item numbers, so you can go on over and get what you like. And I'm sure these flowers come in other colors in case you want to make a Christmas basket like this, which you certainly can do. You can put a Santa Claus in the center and do all red and white flowers and lots of greenery, or some white sparkly stuffing for snow. There's so many different ideas that you can do that are inexpensive and look very rich looking, and that it costs money and time to make, which really the wild orchid craft flowers, you can't go wrong with those, because anything that those flowers touch turn into beauty. So I really hope that you've enjoyed seeing this basket as much that I have showing it to you. It was a lot of fun to make. Like I said, it probably took me about an hour, only because I really fussed around with the burlap. I was flapping it over. I wanted to make sure all the glue stuck well, so if I shook the basket around, it would be okay. The wiring, if you're wondering how that was done, I'll just turn the basket to the side here so that you can see. I just simply turned the wire around, twisted it like you would be tying a twister on a package of bread, and then tied the ribbon on simply. It wasn't anything that was done and it had to be finished off so perfectly. I wasn't looking for perfect. I was looking for rustic. I was looking for fall. I was looking for something that looks like it's handmade. And so I hope that you enjoy this, and I hope that you try it out for yourself and share it with me. I'd love to see what you come up with. And again, those candles in the center were for QVC.com, and I think they were 5 candles for $19.95. So you can go ahead online and get yourself some of those to add to your beautiful Wild Orchid Crafts basket if you choose to make one. I'd love to see what you come up with. Thanks so much for stopping by, and I really appreciate all of the compliments. I may not get back to you all very quickly, but it really means so much to me, the comments that you leave. Thank you so very much, everybody, and have a great day. Bye.